Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. We're still discussing the tongue. Alright, so we're done with the back of the tongue, we're done with the middle of the tongue, and now we're still discussing the tip of the tongue. And today's letter is harf al-noon. This is harf al-noon. Very easy letter, I guess, for everyone. I never met any person who had a problem with harf al-noon. So harf al-noon, as you can see in this picture, you use the tip of the tongue, it goes up here, and you go like an. An, naninu, an. Now, one thing we have to know about harf al-noon is that part of the sound comes out of the mouth. All right? Part of the sound comes out from the mouth, and the other part comes out from the nasal cavity. Now, how do I test? How do I know I'm actually using my nasal cavity? We do this by blocking our nose. Now, if you try to block your nose and say an, you will sound like you have this funny sound as if you have the flu, like this. An, an, an. All right. Now test. Let's say harf al-dad or harf al-lam. If you go like ad, al, you don't sound funny. If I sound funny a little bit now, it's because I guess if I have the flu or something. But if you don't have the flu, if nothing is wrong with you, harf al-dad or harf al-lam or any other letter in the Arabic language other than noon and mim, because for the nasal cavity, we need the nasal cavity only for harf al-noon and mim, nothing else. All right. So like I said, you block your nose and then you will sound funny. This is how you know that you're actually using your nose, okay? And then harf al-ra. Harf al-ra, again, the tip of the tongue goes up here. And harf al-ra is a tricky letter. So over here, Sheikh Ayman Suwaid is trying to show us that, with harf al-ra, the tip of the tongue goes up, and then you have this hole over here, and this is where ra comes out from. Okay? And harf al-ra is a tricky letter. That is because sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's light. So if you're a Quran teacher, we go like, no, make this one heavy, make this one light. No, it's not ra, it's ra. It's not ru, it's ru. This one is ri, it's light, So it's a bit tricky, for a lot of people, for all of us. And let me tell you, how do we know when do we make ra heavy and when do we make it light? This is from the previous video on harf al-dad and harf al-lam. Check it out. It should be in the playlist. So harf al-ra. Now again, harf al-ra, if I see harf al-ra, what I have to do is I have to look at the haraka on top of it. Okay, so if on top of it I have fatha or dhamma, ra is going to be heavy. Like we said in the previous video, the previous class. Top is strong, hence heavy. Now if ra has a kasra, this is going to be light. All right. Again, down is weak, so light. Top is strong, so heavy. Okay, this is how you can remember. All right, let me give you examples. Now we say ar-rajim, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. We don't say ar-rajim, no, we say ar-rajim because over here you have a fatha on top of the ra. Okay, this is heavy. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we never say ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your teacher will always correct you, right? Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, this is because harf al-ra over here has a fatha, harf al-ra over here has a fatha, so both are heavy. Also, إذا جاء نصر الله, so nasru, over here, ra has a dhamma, again heavy. We don't say nasru, no, ro, heavy. Alright. Now compare this with قل أعوذ برب الفلق in Surah Al-Falaq Al-Nas. You have min sharri. It looks like this, sorry. You see there's why am I doing it like this? Okay, yeah, because with shadda with kasra it looks like this, right? So this is kasra, okay? We never say sharri. I wonder if I'm writing it wrong. I think this is correct. But yeah, we never say sharri because this is a kasra, okay? Shadda with kasra. So it's ri, it's light because of the kasra. All right? Now, sometimes you would be reading your Quran and then you look at the ra and then you're trying to check the haraka and you don't see any haraka. That ra has sukoon. What do we do now? What do we do? We have to look at the letter before it. If before there is a fatha or a dhamma, it becomes heavy. Again, haraka on top is strong, heavy. If before the ra, if the ra has sukoon and I look before it and I find the kasra, it's light again. So down is weak, so light. Okay, ri, heavy is ra, ru. All right. Now, sometimes I'll be reading my Quran and I see ra sukoon. I look at the letter before it because Nagwan said so, and I find another sukoon. So what do? I have to look at the letter before that. If before that there's a fatha or a dhamma, again, this is heavy. Okay? Again, if the ra has sukoon, before it's sukoon, before there's a kasra, light. You see? So top, strong and so heavy. Down, weak and so light. Weak is ri. Okay, heavy is ra, ru. Alright, this is why, let's say in Surah Al-Nasr, wastaghfir, over here, wastaghfir. So over here, the ra has a sukoon. So what do? We look at the letter before it. Wastaghfir. This over here, there's a kasra. So ra sukoon before it a kasra becomes fir. A lot of people would go like wastaghfir. No, it's not fir. It's fir. Okay. So this is light. All right. Now what I usually do with my students is that I open the Quran. So let me do that. I open the Quran, and we open a random page from the Quran, and then I would ask them, is this heavy? Is this light? And I do the same with Allah and Allahumma, And I didn't do this in the previous video. Maybe I should have done that, but I didn't do it. But let's do harf al-ra now. So I just open a random page from the Quran to test if they understood or no. So over here we have nara. Obviously there's a fatha, so this is heavy. Nara. We don't say nara, ra, no, ra. Over here, binurihim, ri. Because of the kasra, it becomes light. Yubasiruna, ru, heavy because of the dhamma. Yarji'una, ra has sukoon, so I look before it, there's a fatha, so this is heavy. Yar. I don't say yarji'una, no, yar, okay? Hold the tongue up. And holding the tongue up for ra, fatha, ra, when it's heavy, it's difficult, I know, it takes time. It took me a long time to fix. Okay, so it takes time. Over here, ra, ra'd, heavy. Over here, حذر, را, البرق. Over here, را, سكون, before it fatha, again heavy. This one here, fatha, so heavy. Over here, light, ri, not ri, no, ri, because of the kasra. Over here, fatha, so heavy. فراشة, over here, را, fatha. فأخرج, over here, again, fatha, so heavy. را فتحة heavy. ري كسرة ري. Okay, light. را ريب heavy. سورة heavy. را فتحة heavy. النار heavy because of the فتحة. الحجارة را heavy. للكافرين ري light because of the كسرة. Alright, now again, if my ra has a sukoon, I have to look at the previous letter. If that letter has a sukoon, I have to look at the previous letter. Alright, and that will determine. Kasra, down is weak, top is strong. Top is fatha and dhamma, so it's going to be strong, as in heavy. Down is weak, so it's going to be light. Okay, let me go back to my book. Alright, so over here Sheikh Ayman Suwayyid is trying to make us understand how do we make a ra heavy. Like I said in the previous video, this one is the heavy one, alright? This is the heavy one, and this one is the light one. So with the heavy one, again, we concave our tongue, as you can see here. Alright, so because of the concave, the sound gets stuck here. Now what happens really is that the sound is trying to leave the mouth, but it can't because of this concave shape. So it hits the roof, hits back, hits the roof, hits back, and then it leaves the mouth. Ra, 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 versus ri, ri, ri. With any light letter, the sound leaves the mouth smoothly without any blocks. With heavy letter, because of this concave, the sound gets blocked in this area between the roof of the mouth and the tongue. Okay? Okay, let me, alright, I think I should stop here. Alright, barakallahu fikum, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.